We up and running? There we go. Oh, shoot. Huh. It has been a minute, huh? Alright. Here we go. So let's get this up and popping. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you? There it is. Alright. Bet. Come on. Come on. The weekly stuff is reset, so I'm just about to try to run this real quick while I get everything set up. Get my stamp corridor keys. I've been trying to get Kenpachi's core stamps up to 5x and do his stamps just because he is my favorite character, so I should probably have him higher up despite the fact that they did a terrible job on him. Let's see. That should be fine. Where you at? Where you at? Matter of fact, let's do this. Turn you off. Okay. Then turn you on. You. All right, so one down. Where we at? Wrong one. The biggest question is, if you couldn't tell by the title, is so after talking, that was Majestic. They said that they had this post in the Discord about the changes or the improvements they're making to True Shikai. I thought they already gave him like a stat boost or something. So are they trying to do that again? Was it that? I don't know. It sounded like they were about to give another boost to the weapon stamp. That's what it was. And I need to check that out because then that might affect my crit and crit damage since I have that really good crit damage stamp already at 6-star. Where is this at? There we go. All right. You going? All right, you going. There it is. I wonder if y'all can hear that, like, little bit of construction in the background. My neighbors are renovating their kitchen, I think. And so now I got all these drills buzzing. I don't know if it's coming through on the mic or not. Why won't you? Spotify's been acting up lately. I don't know what the hell it is. All right. Yeah. We don't need your words. Just the music. All right, here we go. Back up. All right, here we go. Oh, let's finish this off. Just the weekly, blah, blah, blah. All right, but yeah, I kind of got carried away yesterday and spent some Nexus on Kenpachi stamps. And it makes me even want to change it a little bit more, but I'm not sure. I should have done the testing beforehand so I could see where it goes. They also had some kind of comment about how testing the teams don't necessarily reflect what happens in the events, which is partially how they set up the events for the older characters not to perform as well, so you have to buy the newer ones. But let's sit here and dog walk this thing real quick. Battle Rewind, whatever it's called. So, and then the next, they mentioned, and I Thought about doing a video about it. That'd be a quick one. A Q&A with the developers where they're asking about strike support, and they said like it's in development. What the does that mean? Is it not coming still? Are we still not having one coming? Kitsuke, you're just obnoxious, bro. Thank you, Tempachi. Please handle that. But apparently, I thought they had another strike support coming. I was already even preparing for it. I don't know why it's such a big ass like oversight for them to do that. I really don't know why that's the thing. Like if the next character isn't strike support, I have no idea. Like what are you gonna replace right now? Like what other role needs to be filled? I don't get it. What's up, Hakeem? Actually, Hakeem, you stay up on this, and I don't even know how you get it before I do. Do you know what the next character is supposed to be? Because there's that Urahara thing that I saw, supposedly. Nothing but, like, leaks. But the problem I have right now is, like, you might have just heard me talking about it. I don't know why strike support isn't something that's, like, already been a priority. Like, what's going on? Strike support after the 3 new typing. Why? Why are we going to go another 9 weeks? Another 9 weeks without a strike support? That makes no sense. We haven't had one since Soifon came out. I don't get it. That makes no. I thought Candace was the next one coming out. Is Bambietta supposed to be the strike support? I think Candace is the next character coming out, based on that whole boss thing. And then I thought Bambietta was going to come after her. So obnoxious, man. That is ridiculous. It is so annoying to just have an outright just incomplete team. I don't get the planning behind any of that at all. What's up, Stu? I don't get the planning behind any of that at all. Like what is going on over there? That's annoying. That's annoying. And it's not as though that would even. I mean, hell, if you made Ichigo into a thrust character, you can make anybody into a strike character. So what's the point? No, Bambietta is the new character coming, and after it, then it's Candace. Neither one of them strike support. What's up, Liam? Thanks for joining. Infuriating. New people, if you have questions, let me know. Because I am trying to work on continued videos that are just kind of like helping people along if they're new to the game. So, fire off. There we go. What do you mean the new typing? What do you mean by that? But no, it's stupid. It's stupid. Soifon came out when? It's dumb. How to get past Hanataro? I don't see the switch. He is saying the switch is on the left. Huh? You might have to elaborate on that one. The switch is on the left. Oh, to switch characters in and out? You mean like so you're like new, like to switch characters in and out? That is not on the left, it's on the right up here where you see the 2 character faces. Are you that new? No lie, and maybe I saw this somewhere. I was sitting there thinking like, are they gonna change and have new types? I thought that for a minute. They were gonna have new types. Cool. Can we get strike support though? I feel like a strike support character is less work than a new type. Not saying don't do both. I'm saying like I don't know. This is obnoxious. This is so obnoxious. And Bambi will be the first character of the new typing. More of these new typing characters coming. Okay, well, I guess since she is, so she's the one coming on Wednesday, I assume. Do we know the name of the new type? Do we know the name of the new type? God, just want strike support. That's it. God. They don't even have like an SR strike support that's worth a damn. I heard allegedly it will be for Quincy's only. Yeah, I take that with a grain of salt for sure. But how would that even work? Are there enough Quincy characters to support an entire type? That doesn't make sense to me. Plus, I don't think it would be smart. Not all Quincy's use the same weapon. Don't know a name yet. That doesn't make sense to me because not all Quincy's use the same type of weapon, though. I don't understand. Okay, then I don't know about that. No idea. Yeah, sure. New type, fine, fantastic. Strike support. Seriously. Anybody name me? I mean, I think the only strike support I can think of that kind of, I guess, invest in is Nemu, and she is support, right? And then I would say don't do that immediately. There's a lot of Quincy's? Okay. All right. I'll let that slide then. But then, okay. I'm going to just have a bunch of other questions because then you're going to have a strike. Okay, like you're going to have a new type. That's Quincy's only. Why didn't the Iran card get their own type? And then would it be like something like they're going to shuffle these around and like just Soul Reapers here, Quincy's here, Iran card here. What the hell were those fake ass bunts? Those are all going to be in one spot. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm off. Or maybe I'm just frustrated that I'm still running Yadawichi full assault with maybe that's it. Maybe that's my frustration. Hey, go. Do it. Do stuff. All right. So then here's the next question. Nope, because if the next character coming out is a new type and that character's coming out the day after tomorrow, I assume. Again, because they seem to have changed up the schedule. That means I'm definitely not going to pull for Ichigo or Nell. Because I want that new type. But then that new type, since it's alone, or are they releasing all three characters at once, I assume it's going to be alone. Who is it going to work with? Are they going to do a cop-out? The new type is no type and it works with everything? I don't know. Have one universal neutral type and then that's like, oh, and it goes with everything. That's how you can introduce the one character. Plus, and I should have it set up here somewhere. I need another screen, as if I don't have a billion screens already. I need to download Discord for Linux. That's what it is. Because I want to check if we have a new type coming day after tomorrow. I'm assuming the day after tomorrow because this is when they started the Ichigo thing. Ichigo's pulls are going to stop in 2 days. And Nell is going to disappear in 2 days. So then the new character will be in 2 days. Now look at the agenda when you go to Gacha. The characters that are with the same type as Bambi will come after. And yeah, I also heard the characters would be... Yeah, okay. So that's what I mean. Like, the characters will come after, so they're going to be individual. And then it's going to be a universal, like, oh, we work everywhere type deal. And I guess what, make Bambi a support character, then there's your argument for you fulfilled the strike support, that would be okay, I guess. But she would need to have some kind of alignment damage or alignment mastery for her to be as good with the strike team as Mayuri is. I'll go look at that thing in a sec. She would need to be some kind of alignment damage or ailment damage in order for her to be as good as Mayuri is with them. Save record. Okay. Genuinely don't know how to feel about that, honestly. Let's go here real quick. Boing. Boing. All right. Wait. They used to have that. No, it's not here anymore. I don't even know what that calendar is anymore. I haven't looked at that thing in so long. Where is it? Where is it? I remember there being a calendar, and now I genuinely can't remember where that thing is. All right, Bambi's a DPS. Uryu is a tactic, and Candace is... Then Candace needs to be next. Why don't they? Okay. Then Candace needs to be next. Is it backpack? No. On the gacha, click on the Ichigo on his icon. But that's right. And that's where they give you the 3-day thingy. Yeah. All right. So yeah, unlocks in 1 day. All right. Okie dokie. All right. I keep saying all right, okay, okie dokie. It's a little bit infuriating. It's kind of infuriating, and the reason why I'm really, really on it is mostly because of how much I love Trout Tower, and I have gaps that I can fill for now. But if they're gonna make any more challenging content, I need to fill in that strike support slot, and it can't be MF and Nemu. I can put Mayuri over there, put Rangiku with the thrust team, and she's SR. Okay, fine. They even made this argument. They were asking a question about new SR characters, and they were saying that they have been releasing SR characters with the newer characters coming out. So Grimjow and Ukiura. Are they just gonna do SR plus now, and SR isn't gonna be a thing anymore? Even if it's Candace is the next, it will still be like a Mayuri situation. But if it's a DPS or tactic, they can put the Urahara and Aizen. Yeah, you said Urahara and Aizen. No, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the idea is if Candace is next, which I'm convinced, I know you said Bambi's supposed to be next. I'm convinced because of that whole Candace is the boss for the Reclaim Frontline event, right? She's the boss, or was the boss for this. So my assumption, even though it might be false, is that she's going to be the next character released. Also, they keep saying, like, don't look at leaks. And the last time they did that, a few people got screwed. So regardless of whatever. If my argument would be that if she is a solo character, she's a universal character, then her being released as support would fill that role because you're not going to put her on any other team. It's still the Mayuri situation, but it's a band-aid over that bullet wound of a missing slot until you get 9 weeks later strike support they claim that they're developing. So yeah, no news on Candace. Bambi is next. Her birthday's on the 6th. That would be funny if that's how they line things up. Day after tomorrow's the 6th, so they bring her out on her birthday. That would be funny if they line things up that way. That would be funny. Well, we'll see. Bambi's next. Okay, cool, I guess. And then we have another. What'd you say that she's supposed to be? Another full assault. Like we need those. All right. All right. Okay. All right. A universal DPS. I do not need a DPS for my thrust team, Ichigo. I do not need a DPS for my strike team, funnily enough, Pantera. I do not need a... Spirit doesn't need one, just had one, Ukiota. So the only one you're going to replace is Kenpachi, whom you just gave a patch to. So you're trying to take out Kenpachi? I guess that's the role that the universal DPS would fill, is Kenpachi. You missing damage on Okura, Sarah Pro. I'm not Majestic. I don't do manual. Stop. I don't give a damn about the extra damage being missed. I just need to clear it to get the milestones. So, trying to get high scores on this stuff, and that repetition is half the reason why I'm not playing Seven Deadly Sins right now. I don't want to do rotations over and over again. That's just doing my head in. And I can't believe I said such a British ass phrase. I gotta stop hanging around British people. I can't believe I just said that. That is annoying as hell. Doing my head in. What is wrong with me? Anyway, all right. So I guess that rant is they acknowledge that we're missing one. So I can't even argue. They put it in their Q&A with the developers, which I did appreciate. I like the fact that they were answering those questions. But it's annoying. Another 9 weeks. So then they're going to build a full universal team over the next 3 weeks. Supposedly. And then release a strike character. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. The frustration is like tamping my excitement, if I'm being real. Because the idea of a new type, that would be really cool. That's really fun. That's a lot. That's nice. But you're not filling a need we already have and have had for a while. But, okay. All right. Do you already complete the core stamp for True Shikai? Yes. It's at 5x now. So he has 5x core stamp, 1x weapon stamp, and he's B0. And the debate I was going to make, because I think it was, I was saying Majestic was the one talking to me about it, where it is you, and I think Hakeem even mentioned it. No, I know Hakeem mentioned it for the crit rate. I was going to try to pull for Nell to get her to B2, B3, because of my whole philosophy of tactics over everything. But then he brought up the valid point of how much Nell loves to be on the field, and though she helps everybody else out, she tries to behave like Aizen without having the damage to back it up, which is fair. And then adding that crit rate to Ichigo does boost his damage a lot because it's going to give you extra crit rate. Also, they brought up in the weapon stamp, I need to look at his weapon stamp, but then that would let me put over a crit damage stamp on his second and make him an amazing damage dealer. My fear with doing that and pulling that is that he's going to get DPS get power crept before any other characters in all games. It's not just a Bleach thing, in all games. Because it's just based on numbers and percentages and blah, 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 blah. They're putting out the numbers while the support and the tactical characters are boosting their ability to do that. So when Ichigo Thrust style gets replaced by some other character in Thrust for DPS, Mayuri and Nell will still boost that character, right? Whereas if you replace Nell with some other character, I guess it depends on the type of tactical character they get, how much better it would make Ichigo. But it is what it is. I don't know. But yeah, like, no, both of you were talking about it. All right, so they should just buff Urahara and give us a SR plus support that will help. That would and to that point, we have SR plus thrust damage dealer, SR plus spirit damage dealer. If they gave us a Rangiku style SR plus support, a Yachiru style SR plus support, I'm not being greedy. Like if we could even get that, a little bit of something. A little something. That would be so much better. But they give us nothing. They're smart though. By doing this, they keeping Aizen and Nell relevant for longer because they were the type of characters that would be replaced. White just came out and so forth. Oh no, it's smart. It's smart. That's the thing. And this is why I don't like chasing full assault like stats. If you're a whale, cool, have fun, knock yourself out. But they're going to, and that's why I say it's every game. Like look down the games from DC Legends to MF and Seven Deadly Sins, is that people like big numbers. They want to get that big damage, and so then they'll dump their resources into the full assault that comes out and keep doing that because they like seeing them stack up. But then 6 weeks later, when the events aren't geared towards the thrust character anymore and it's geared towards strike and slash and universal now, then all that investment you put into there, and then that DPS character is going to get replaced. Because since Gin came out first, then Nell, then Mayuri, now Ichigo, I'm willing to bet the next thrust character that comes out is going to be full assault, maybe tactical, maybe. But even if that tactical gets replaced, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, go crit rate until at least A3 on the weapon stamp for him, but it's not needed to be. That's what I'm saying. If you have a max core stamp, TS is still good. Oh no, I'm not saying he's bad at all. It's about efficiency and drawing. And they said they made an improvement to the weapon stamp because there wasn't enough of a boost. People were complaining about the weapon stamp not meaning that much, which they weren't wrong. But let me see. Where we at, Ichigo? They said that they were gonna, because this is just giving you 20% crit rate, right? And they said it was gonna do something about the breach mark. Wait, breach mark stack limit to 73. Was this increased? Whenever any teammate flicks debuff, Ichigo applies 30 breach marks. There was something that they said about expanding. As a matter of fact, hold up. Instead of me just saying like there was something, give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna just pull it up real fast. Make sure y'all don't see certain images. All right, is this straight? I'm asking myself, not y'all. All right. We'll go down this right now. To see what they are talking about, and I can even record it. That's fine. Either I release it or I don't. I don't know. There's been a couple videos that I've been making that I hadn't even released yet, so that's not a big deal. All right, so start recording. Coming in 3, 2. So we got a developers Q&A. Let me go ahead and plop that down. Okay, check. So we got a developers Q&A community fact sheet thing that's addressing some of the issues that, well, the community is having. So I'm going to go through this real quick. I do have some complaints, and my stream has unfortunately been hearing me complain, but let's just get to the video. All right, guys. And also, put in your 2 cents. Drop it in the comment section while I'm doing this. I'm going to include it in everything and all that other stuff, just if I release it or not, but we'll see. All right, coming back in 3, 2. Hi, guys. I'm Gravy here, and this is a Bleach Soul Resonance video. In this video, developers Q&A, community fact sheet, right? So apparently they're trying to address some issues we've been having, some complaints that we've been having with everything, honestly. I think they put out on the Discord not too long ago Just asking the community if there's any questions, any things that they could resolve. And they have to be fair. They tend to be communicative. They tend to be like, hey, yo, this is what's going on. This is what we're trying to do. We hear you, et cetera, et cetera. So this is good. I'm going to complain, but communication is good. So I do appreciate it. Anyway, so down here. And I'm going to have hopefully have my, why did it do that wobbly face? I'm going to hopefully have my chat help out with some of this, or at least say like their opinions on it. Ichigo Dual Sangetsu weapon stamp doesn't seem to provide enough of a power boost. We enhanced his exclusive weapon stamp by adding an effect that increases the maximum number of Bleach stacks, as well as boosting the damage multiplier of his follow-up attack. After using a technique, please refer to updated notes for full details. So they did do this. I will say there has been a weird thing where it's a server thing. I think it's just the people who are on the European server, but I'm seeming to get good damage out of him now, to be fair. Let's see, 5x core stamp, 1x weapon stamp, B0. I get a good amount of damage. Could it be better? Yeah, but I haven't not been able to clear anything, so I'm not going to really step to this. Let me know your opinion. They have done these changes already, and I did notice an increase in his damage, like significant increase in his damage. Was this enough, or do you think that they fell short on this? Ichigo Dual Sangetsu feels clunky to control and has issues targeting enemies. That is true. That is a problem. Whenever I was trying to run him manually, I had this real issue with trying to like target enemies that it would just distract itself over here where I'm like, hey, this is a problem. I don't know how much of that is also the clunky controls being Nell dominating the field a bit. We will optimize the transition between basic attacks and techniques to make the combat experience smoother. We will also add mechanics that allow players to enter the transcendent state by holding basic, as well as allowing basics to be held and released when the transcendent state, while in the transcendent state. Additionally, we will increase his targeting range, and damage range to ensure attacks hit enemies more reliably. Please refer to the future updates for the full details. Now, the question I have here is like, this range is different from character to character, and I'm asking it as a genuine question. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing this is a coding issue, but I don't know why this would be, the range and everything would be different from him to others. So yeah, Hakeem's saying that his transition is smoother now. So okay, cool. If that's working better now, great. But that's a weird thing. Maybe it's just a weird bug that came through. So who knows? Hey, what are you doing? Yo, will you stop it? Man, my phone is acting a monkey right now. What are we doing? All right, so thrust team's overall damage output feels insufficient. Thrust team's overall damage output feels insufficient. The primary issue lies in the randomness of Mayuri's technique. We are considering changing it to trigger in a fixed sequence instead. Please stay tuned. Okay, so they haven't changed this yet. They're considering. My question is if it's because of Mayuri's technique, why does Mayuri work so well with all the other teams? Like, you can put him on a slash team, which not optimal, but still. You can put him on a slash team and he's okay. You put him on the strike team, he's the best support Strike has. Another complaint I got. But he's the best support that Strike has. So why is he clunky with Ichigo in this sequence? That's a weird thing, that he's the solution to why the thrust team's overall damage output is insufficient, as opposed to like, how about we get an adjustment on Nell so she's not on the field as much, so Ichigo can do his thing a little bit more. And I do like Nell. I do not like Nell. I know folks dump on her. I do like her, but Majestic brought up that point, and damn it, he's not wrong. And Hakeem's like, it's the randomness of his technique. I hear you. I don't know that that's the issue though. I feel like Ichigo does do, and that's Hakeem saying that. I feel like Ichigo does do a good amount of damage. It's just that, is he on the field long enough? Is he on the field long enough? I think the damage output would be way, 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 way more if he was out on the field more. And then the randomness of Mayuri's technique may not matter as much because Ichigo could take advantage of it more often. Anyway, strike teams lack support. This is currently in development. Please stay tuned for future updates. They love saying that part of the sentence. Yeah, this has been my biggest complaint. When did Soifan come out? When did Pantera come out? Why do we still have to run Mayuri with him? And someone even brought this up. Here, who was it? Was it Stu that said that? Where it was, all we really, really need is even an SR plus support that would give us a support role for the strike team. Like they've come out with SR plus Grimjow, full assault, useless. They've come out with SR plus full assault Ukiura, useless. Can we get an SR plus like support for thrust in the vein of like Yachiru and Rangiku, where like Yachiru is good. Is she Kitsuke? No, but damn it, she's good. Can we get that for strike? Can y'all pull that out for SR plus? I'll take either, but something so that I don't have to run my Yuri with that team and then run Rangiku with my thrust. I mean, I guess either way you're putting a SR plus on there. It just feels weird. Anyway, check it. The more characters you have, the bigger events they can release, meaning we will need more characters of different types, so even you have a decent point. Wait, what? I'm not ever replacing Aizen unless Hogyuku Aizen, 1,000-Year Blood War Aizen, Yamamoto, or Yavak, I'm not saying that name right at all. And a new spirit is a new spirit tactic. Aizen for me probably isn't gonna get replaced because he's my only B6. So even when you pull out a next level Aizen, or Uryu is not gonna replace my Aizen. I don't even like Buddy. But even if you do like bring out another tactic that's great, it's gonna have to be next level for me to sit down a B6 character because I'm not a whale. I do not like put a bunch of money into this. So it's gonna have to be like a next level cracking skulls at B0 character for me to be like, I'm gonna pull him once, put him on my secondary spirit team, and be done with it. So yeah, that is gonna be tough for me to get past. Sometimes it's a slowing time. Sometimes he's throwing bombs. They want to change it to a certain order. Okay, so Hakeem is saying, sometimes with trying to help me understand the Mayuri problem, sometimes it's the slowing time. Sometimes he's throwing bombs. They want to change it to a certain order. I get you. Understandably so. It just feels weird that this is the first time that has become an issue when Mayuri is used like the second most versatile support next to Kitsuke in the game. So it's weird that that is a thing. I will say that it's weird that that is a thing. It's either that he heals or increases your damage. His technique is like a roulette. Okay, I hear you guys. So then the consistency would be better. It'd be more reliable. Okay, I get you. But then, okay, I guess that order would also depend on if you're running it manually. You're hitting the technique, and then you know that you're going to get, this time you're going to get the boost. Next time you're getting the heals. This time you're getting the boost. Okay. I guess so. Those are the best team in the game. It's just to make it better. It's not really an issue. Okay. I hear you. I guess that is what it is. Is Thrust the best in the game right now? I would still argue that Spirit is. Again, I'm biased. But I would argue Spirit is the best in the game, regardless. All right, next. Some characters perform well in damage tests, but cannot fully showcase their strength in actual combat. Going forward, we will place more emphasis on real combat scenario testing during internal balance evaluations. I think this is where my argument about the don't dump too much of your resources into DPS comes up. Because what they do in the events, a lot of the events, I do the testing as well and the training and everything else. But then you go to an event like Reforged Blade, that's the one that's in my head, it's the one that's running right now, And the boost that the type boost that you get is going to be thrust and spirit in that specific event, because spirit was the last one that was out. Last spirit, the last character coming out, that was the character before this one was Ulquiorra, spirit full assault. This one now, Ichigo, thrust. The next one, let's say it's slash, or they have this universal thing that might be coming out. It's a leak, but there's probably a universal type that's coming out, right? Let's say there's not, and let's say the next character is a strike support, as it should be. Then the boost to the actual gameplay scenarios are going to be to strike and thrust. Ulquiorra is going to take a little bit of a back seat in the next go around, right? Meaning, if I had put, I'm not even gonna say how many Jade, but if I just put a bunch of Jade into getting him like B2 or B3 even, his usefulness is not that it's all the way gone, but it's heavily diminished. And so that is why, like, following the numbers of the damage dealers that put up so much, to me does not make sense when you can get like a tactical character that's gonna boost whatever damage dealer you put in their place. That's where my argument comes in. But I think that is a large part of why people see the combat damage, real combat damage, not do so much. Because even not a real Forged Blade, if you take Reclaiming the Front Line, they don't necessarily say it, but up at the top on the health, above the health bar, you'll see the Spirit logo and the Thrust logo. They're getting boosts in damage because they're a certain type. So it's not gonna play the same as just going up against a neutral enemy in training, and it's gonna look very, very different. Anyway, I think that is where people are getting confused. Getting desired stamp affixes is difficult. Mild statement, dog. Like, yeah, this okay. And completing desired passive skills can be time consuming. That is the most, I guarantee you, when anybody wrote this in there, outside of people who just don't curse, F-bomb, mother this, you piece of that, like every curse word, pick a language on that one. In future updates, we will increase the number of affixes with selectable stats. We will also introduce a passive skill reroll system with a pity mechanism, as well as the availability of Stamp Nexus. Increase the availability of Stamp Nexus. Please stay tuned. Increase the number of affixes with selectable stats. I can't judge that till I see it. Because, I mean, it was what? Core stamps were the issue before. Not even the issue, but like the stamp situation has always been an issue. They gave us that pity system for the core stamps, which, by the way, remove the 5-star stamps. We have enough core stamps in there at 6-star. Why am I still pulling up that BS ass like 5-star stamp? There's like 3 of them in there. Why do I still get that? I get it so much. Why am I still pull that out? Nobody uses that at all whatsoever. That was on one of those was on my Ichigo True Shikai for a grand total of like 3 days before I replaced it. And please believe I was gunning to replace it. Like, get rid of those out of that pool. It's already a deep enough pool for us not to get what we wanted a few times. Getting that's just annoying. Anyway, and then I would like to see an increase in the Stamp Nexus. So that's cool. We will more permanent content be added with the events also available on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We do not want players to feel obligated to log in, so most of our content is designed around activities with relatively flexible schedules. As development progresses, we will gradually increase the frequency of events so players can have more content to enjoy and more rewards to earn. I will also say this, I have played this game for basically its entirety since it came out. It would be nice if the guilds meant a little bit more and if we had more like co-op play. So that way you can be, and this every game has this, well, to varying degrees, of where you have guilds that are super serious and they have content that they're constantly trying to fight in, and they organize and they make themselves weird by like just being super into it. or you have the ones who are just lazy and it's like, man, we're just passing these milestones to get past, and oh, it's fun to be in the guild, let's attack this thing together. They kind of have that, but, and maybe it's me, I haven't missed out too much on that because the rewards themselves that you get from it aren't exactly like life-changing in the game. So it would be nice to have a few more like guild activities as well. I would then probably join a guild. I don't have a guild. So in any case, let's see. I think that's the last one. So 3. Wait. Meaning they allow us to pick sub-stats for core stamps more often. Yeah, to rewind back. Meaning they would allow us to pick core stamps more often. That, I will say this. The system that they put in for Reclaiming the Front Line, where you got to use your whatever things you were farming so that you can then select the primary stat and then the premium ones would allow you to select the advanced stats to a degree, or no, all the way through. That is awesome. Give us events like that. And I'm not saying we need to get like 100 a week, but like 10 is a lot. 5. I would want 100. But we trying to negotiate here, right? So we start at 20, right? Maybe they meet us at 10. We start at 10, they meet us at 5. So I'm going to say 20. Give us 20 of those, right? Give us 20. We got plenty. And then, scale upwards. Beginners, they get like 3, 4 a week. In-game players get like 20, 30 a week because we're always trying to fix and work on our stamps and everything else. Make it some content that's quasi-hard. Not make it a guild reward. If you're in a guild, you get these kinds of stamp things. If they're an active guild or whatever, then you can create your set stamps. I'm saying, like, there's ways around this. We'd love to see more interactive multiplayer content added to the game. That was too quick here. Maybe I should have just paid attention to what the next question was going to be. But it seems like now they're correcting it with the releases of Ulquiorra and True Shikai. They do more damage than their tactics. We'll have to wait and see. They do. And I think, no, Pantera was not getting, he wasn't necessarily like dwarfed by Soifan, but Soifan was the damage dealer in that situation. So that's fair. And then when White Ichigo came out, facts, still, he is a better damage dealer than Kenpachi. And I'm working on my Kenpachi stamps to get him better, but he is the damage dealer in that relationship. We've noticed that players have shown high engagement with and positive feedback on the multiplayer content, such as Mystic Frontline, I do like that, True Blade, and Summit Clash. We will soon bring back Mystic Frontline Phase 2, along with new cosmetic rewards. In the future, we will continue to introduce more similar content. For solo gameplay, we will also continue to introduce new maps, stages, monsters, bosses, providing players with richer solo combat experiences. I like to hear that. I assume that was a plan all along. I mean, that's just saying, like, we're going to keep developing the game and adding stuff. Cool. So, thanks for letting us know. I do more multiplayer content with, like, superficial rewards for those, like, whale guilds, and then, like, some meaningful rewards for everybody. I think would be a good way to go. We hope to see more SR characters added to the game. I think they're giving up on SR characters. I think it's going to be SR Plus from now on. We've introduced new SR characters alongside the releases of Grimjow and Ulquiorra. Yeah, they were SR Plus. So that makes me think, like, when they say SR now, that they're just thinking SR Plus, and SR is just going to be a dead thing. And we plan to add more SR characters in future banners. These characters are already in development. Cool. We'd love to see the following optimizations: increased boss HP and additional floors in Guild Challenge. That would help. A retry function in co-op campaign training mode, and also the ability to do it more often. I end up not being able to do co-op campaign that often. A multiplier challenge featuring feature in Hollow Elimination. Yeah. In Hollow Elimination, can we just go ahead and 5x that thing and get done with it? Yes, 100%. and a rerun banner for Mayuri, yeah, who is a key support for Ichigo Kurosaki and for the Strike team. All of the above optimizations will be available in the August 5th update. That is actually pretty big. So they're giving, in the August 5th update, increased boss HP and additional floors in the guild challenge. Okay. A retry in the co-op training mode. Okay. A multiplier challenge feature in hollow elimination. Thank you. And then my Yuri's rerun is going to be on August 5th. So that's a W. That's also a problem. My rule about like only running like up on tactical characters, only getting their boundaries. If my Yuri's coming out August 5th, I think I might have to dupe up on my Yuri. Creepy Dude version 1.0. I think I'm about to go with my Yuri. I think so. I like hearing that news. I like hearing that news a lot. Seeing that he's coming back would be fun. And that'd be a great... And then if it comes along with the removal of the randomness from the technique, then that really does make the thrust team like the best in the game. Easy. Like, easy. Only SR characters that are viable. Rangiku. True. But I mean, and then here's the thing too, and I know I'm a fan of her now a lot. Kitsuke outdoes her, but Yachiro is also an awesome SR support. For the Slash team only, but she is an awesome SR support. That retry in training mode was so needed. Oh my god. Didn't you double up on Nell? Okay, so with Nell, yes and no. So with Nell, I did run for her. I did like double up. I think I have her B1, but that was when she first came out. I got her. I duped her, right? Now I'm tempted to do it again, but then this is where that argument came in back and forth. All of this is going to be cut from the video, but this is where this argument all came back and forth, where it is like, okay, so should I dupe Ichigo or should I dupe Nell? And now that we got my Yuri coming through, my Yuri is a support on the level of Kitsuke, right? Kitsuke, I don't even know how many, but I have him higher up, right? The idea of a very versatile support character who's going to get another optimization for reducing the randomness of his technique so that way he's more effective from what people are telling me. Oh, Hakeem is trying to burst my bubble. All right, but for me, like a character like that, and I would have to go check. I would have to go check what my Yuri's B's are. We'll do that after this video. I'm going to have to go check what the B1, B2 for my Yuri is because he's good. And if he's going to be the only support for 2 teams, basically, for the next 9 weeks, I don't know. That is because now the question is he is going to, and this is what I mean by the duping thing. Ichigo is only going to take care of Ichigo if I dupe him. My Yuri, when I dupe him, he is going to be an amazing support, an even better support for Strike and for Thrust. So that's a smarter investment. That's why I thought Nell was a smarter investment because she improves, let's just say 3 characters: Gin, Ichigo, Kurosaki, and Mayuri. Like she improves those 3 characters. Ichigo improves Ichigo. He improves the team, but he only improves Ichigo, right? That's where I was thinking. So now if Mayuri comes back, I'm gonna have to check his boundaries. I'm gonna check his boundaries on stream. All right. And then a secondary password is needed to prevent accidental dismantle of fully upgraded stamps, along with more redeemable items for the ticket stumps. For the ticket stumps, I agree with the wholeheartedly, 100%. There is like a locking mechanism for the fully upgraded stuff. And plus, if you take stamps up to 6-star, you can't dismantle them. The core stamps you can, and I'd be doing that, but they give you like a warning before that, right? I don't know. Y'all be careful. Y'all be careful with that. Anyway, so those are the questions. I'm looking forward to this August 5th thing a whole lot. And I'm going to argue with my stream right now about whether or not I should do that. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Buy me a coffee, help support the channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I just put up some funny anime stuff. There was one with Eminem, but there's like an anime scene. Cause I don't even know why I'm saying this now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Yo, so y'all think that I should not. Let's go ahead and do this quick. All right. So y'all think I should not even be worried about getting my Yuri up to B1. It's not even worth it. Agree, my Yuri is the best. It's better to keep your Jade for the other characters instead of going for my Yuri dupe or another Ichigo dupe. Well, the idea here is, well, Hakeem, you know me. You already know. I have more Jade saved up, and I guess it's burning my pocket right now. I have a good amount of Jade saved up at the moment. I need to go ahead and get this battle pass right fast. I'll do that when I'm off stream. And what is this? What is this? What are you? You. Let me check on. Boo. Let me check on Mayuri's boundaries. All right. So if I get one dupe of him, excitement can now stack up to 4 times. Wait, doesn't it already do 3 now? Each time poison is triggered, the entire team gains excitement, which increases the alignment mastery. Doesn't it go to 3 now already? Where did I get 2 of his weapon stamps from? That's an accidental pull for real. Where did I get 2 of those from? Thank you. So his skills, his excitement stacks up to what now? It stacks up to 3. Increases alignment damage for 7.5% per stack. So like it would go from let's see, that's 15, 22.5 to 30. Yeah. Hakeem, you might be. Yeah, you're right on that. You're right on that. You're right on that. This isn't worth it. What is his second boundary? You are right on that. 7.5% on Ale Mastery is not worth it. Increases the spiritual pressure charge rate by 50%. The efficiency of inflicting poison scale by 100%. Increases damage bonuses for superhuman potion and double barreled by an extra 5%. Okay. But then that means I got to pull 2 more. This is okay. That means I got to pull 2 more. All right, man. Damn, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Why do you always? Oh, I keep saying it. Ailment. Sorry, Saz. I'm sorry. It's ailment damage. I don't know why I keep saying alignment. Well, in the very beginning, I used to say alignment damage all the time, and I fixed it, and now I'm still saying like alignment. Ailment. Sick. Debuff. Ailment. Alignment is not a car. Ailment. All right, cool. Anyway, if you're going for dupes on my Yuri, no use going for B1 at that. Yeah, exactly. Go at that point. Go for B2, and so that's the thing. You got double from his weapon stamp. Don't you remember? No, I don't remember. I don't remember. When it's like good and I can leave it alone, it's just good. Increases the ultimate technique. When releasing, increases team mastery, extra 6.5%, 12.5%. I mean, good, but not worth it. It's still, if you're gonna do it, take him to B2. Like, I agree with the original point. If you're gonna do it, take it to B2. And in that case, that's in those moments of where you're gonna have how do I put it? Everything is where I need it to be. So if I, for example, the next character comes out, it's Bambi. Sure, let's say it's Bambi. And I pull her like in the first 10 pulls, I look up. And then I still got 10,000 Jade on the side. Maybe then I go for a dupe. But that means that I got everything that I wanted. I don't know the next banner that's coming up, and. But just outright cold, like I'm gonna pull for my Yuri over the next character or get her after 70 pulls and then pull and I'm only at like 2,000 Jade. No, it's not really worth that. It's not really worth the resource drain. He is already amazing, so we'll just leave him at where he's at. They said that they would, and I don't know. Let's go to the notification. I got a missed call. I always get a missed call when I get on stream. I always get a missed call. I don't know what it is. Every time I get on stream, I get a missed call. Where we at? This is the other part of it too, where I only got that improvement, the optimization for the slash team notification. Exchange successful. ¿Qué pasó? Wait, what? What is a redemption code? This is from, man, it's from 2025. How'd I get this far? Well, I got messages from 2025 in here. All right, regardless. Ooh. Wait, you would say, Shogun, you think my Yuri would be worth duping? Explain. Well, it depends on its competitive. Your guild is, or if you care about stuff like that. I need to find a guild. That's my next step, is I need to find a guild. I have no members in my guild. It's just something I created. Oh, Ananas. Last time they did it, 81 days ago. So they're gone. So I need to find a guild on my server. That's the next thing I need to do. Okay. So I'm gonna have to figure out a guild as well and go through that journey. But the problem is that I am on the European server, and the majority of people who are here right now are not. So I end up with the issue of like, what guild am I gonna join, or even try to join? Okay, so then I guess the consensus is I should just leave well enough alone. Don't dupe True Shikai. Don't dupe Nell. She's at B1. And then just wait for the new Universal whoever. B2 isn't enough competitive guilds. Have B6, my Yuri B6. Creepy dude. Oh, well, no, that's the thing, though. If it was like, and I do regret not pulling more for Kenpachi, but only because Kenpachi is one of my favorite characters, and maybe he would have been a lot better, and I would have been able to use him more, see more of him, but Mayuri is far from one of my favorite characters, so that's not it. Big mistake not joining a guild. I got like 80 stamina pills from guild rewards. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the leader. Well, here's the question though, Hakeem, because I am a kind of guild member who is active, but I know with these kinds of games, there are people who put out like full schedules and calendars, like you got to do this by this time and this by this time. So how serious is your guild? Like if it's super, super serious, you know, if it's quasi serious, I'm semi-pro level, put it that way. I'm not trying to make it to the league. I'm happy like hooping, having a good time, chilling. Like that's where I'm at. I don't need anybody coming at me heavy because they're checking my scores. Oh yeah. You said you were new. So wait, did you say you were new, or was that Liam? That was Liam who said they were new. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Damn, that's kind of disappointing on my Yuri then. Is he worth it? He's not worth it. He's not worth the effort. And so then the question becomes, no, my guild isn't like that. They just want to do guild boss co-op whenever it's available. Okay, cool. There was and I'll bring this up for the umpteenth time. When I played DC Legends, that was the perfect alliance that we had, where everybody was on a Discord. They were chill, send messages back and forth, having a good time. Like it was a fun, chill experience. And this is like the problem I've run into with like my career and with these games, where the first experience is so much fun and so nice, and you have such good people around you, and then you look for that experience in other places, and it never gets that way. It never gets as good. It never gets as good. Like I've never been a part of another alliance that was as fun as that one, right? First company I worked for when I moved to Switzerland, have not found a company that was as fun, as nice, as sweet as those people I worked with. Can't get back. I can't get back. No, my guild isn't. Okay, sorry. I already read that part. All right. So at this point, wait, have I done this yet? I think I haven't, because I haven't needed to. And you know why? Because there's not a chance in hell I'm going to get past this, because I don't have a strike support. I'd either put my Yuri over here and then run my Giku over here, and I already got the high score and everything, but strike support, that would be nice, right? To be able to actually complete that, that would be fantastic. Yeah, see, this is never open for me. My guild is top 5 consistently on the EU server, so you will get all the rewards. How? You know what? And then we'll ask this question. I'm asking this question legitimately, no shade or anything. If it's a relaxed guild, but their top, nobody runs this, but their top 5, is it just that the people in Bleach Soul Resonance tend not to be those like power crazy, I'm trying to spend $3,000? There have been guilds and alliances and clans, whatever the hell they want to call them, where it was like there's a minimum amount of a month that you have to pay, like on the game, where they're like, if you don't pay $500 or more on this game a month, then you can't be in this guild, because we'll know if you pay that much or not. Like it's easy for us to figure that out. So if you're not spending that amount of money a month on this game, then you can't be in this guild. Which, whatever makes you happy, dog. I can't. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna put your hands in somebody else's wallet like that. That's insane to me. But hey, they signed up for it. No, having a strike support is crazy though. Not having strike support is crazy though. And Nemo isn't even really support. She's the only one. Exactly. That was the thing I was saying before, where it is they're saying they're trying to address this. It is now in development. This has been an issue for months. This has been an issue for months. That should have been done happen. All right. I think I'm going to run this anyway just for S's and G's to see what I get. My Kenpachi core stamp is at 3x. My Ukiyo core stamp is at 3x. I'm okay with that one. Where is he? I'm okay with that one staying at 3x for now, because Aizen is the primary damage dealer there. I'll try to go for 5x on that later. I want Kenpachi now because Kenpachi is my favorite character, and I feel bad for not stepping up for my boy. So I'm gonna run this. This isn't a smart thing. This is a waste of resources. I'm just online doing stuff, so don't follow my lead. But and we'll run it with Ichigo. But feel like I did my boy dirty. He needs to be 5x. He needs to be 5x. See, now I'm curious. Well, it happens. And if I get a 5-star, whatever on here. Oh wait, did we get a hidden? Oh no, of course we got a hidden. I had a guarantee coming. Because sometimes you get the hidden passage without it. And I was like, yo, I missed that day. I got 2. Oh, I got it anyway. That's right. That's what's up. All right, what's up? Okay. Okay. An SR plus core stamp. Y'all can kiss my ass, man. SR plus. No one has been as bad as Kenny. You're not wrong. Wait, no, you are wrong. Are you wrong? They did do Kenny dirty. They did do Kenpachi dirty. They did do him. SR. Why? Why? Y'all suck at life, man. What am I doing? A Grimjow SR plus 6-star core stamp. Woo! Why? Why was that a thing? Vaster Lord Ichigo taking Kenpachi's place. That won't be hard. I mean, not even like in a shady way, but Kenpachi did not get what he was supposed to get, given who he is in that series. Top of the morning. What's up, Geek Sensei? Hope you're having a chill and good day or a good stream. Thank you. Hope you're gonna have I guess morning time. So, best of luck to have a stress-free day. It's Monday. Hope it feels like a Friday. Actually, wouldn't it suck though if your Monday felt like a Friday, because then it feel like the weekend was coming, but then you have 4 more days. So I meant that in a positive vibe way. And now they're gonna give me an Ulquiorra. Oh, I got 2. Nope, just the one. I one day I got 4 shadow boxes, like on 2 runs, and so now I'm waiting for that to happen. I was so excited. It's not happening. What? Okay. Seriously. What did I just say? Why is this a thing? Why did this exist? Why is this in this shadow box pool? Yeah, I turned off the audio so I could curse. I turned off the audio so I could say F-bombs and whatnot. That's why I turned off the audio. I needed a moment. Me saying fudge was not going to be good enough. That is, oh my God, that is infuriating. That is absolutely infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. All right, we'll dismantle this worthless piece of, yeah. And now I have 1 piece of 5 to make an upgrade on a core stamp. You got to be kidding me. What are you good for? Even if I dismantle you, I get this purple BS. Did you just... Yeah. I just purely cut the audio just so I could curse and say the words that I try not to say on the microphone. I'll say damn and ass or whatever, but I try not to, like, it's the radio training in me that I'm trying not to, like, drop F-bombs on here nonstop. And they're making it hard right now, buddy. Oh, they're making it hard right now. They are making it hard right now. Buddy. What was that? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Oh, you suck at life. Okay. How many stars do I have? How many 5 stars? What do you mean? Oh, but bruh, like, and I've dismantled some in order to upgrade SR core stamps and that whole, like, effort to try out some of the SRs and see which ones are still, like, okay to use. I've even dismantled some of them, but in terms of, like, character core stamps that are like 5-star, how many do I got? Does it allow me to filter even? Like, okay, so pull that one 4 times. Way more than four, I promise you that one. This one, so that's 5. That one I just took up 5x, so that's another, who's it? 10. 11, 12. I've pulled more than that. I know I've pulled more than that. That would be cool too if they allowed us to trade the 5-star purples, like 5 of those for one of the, whatever the case may be. They should remove it from the shadow box. Nobody's asking for that. Nobody's like, oh no, man, all I need is to pull "You're Not Worthy" one more time and I can take a 5x. Who gives a, nobody cares. Not nan person cares. Okay. That is Schnikes. Schnikes. You can say that one, right? That's a good one, right? Jackasses. All right. Bruh. And also, can you get rid of these dots? Because I keep coming back here thinking there's new stuff and there's not. That burns in my chest right now. All right, so I think I've covered all of like the weekly stuff, right? This is all good. I already did this for the most part. I haven't done the manual part yet. And then we can run this in the background. This is useless as well. Absolutely useless, but hey, you guys get to see Ichigo. It's the thrust team, so combo. Albeit that added buff damage. They're never gonna remove it. And I guarantee it has the highest drop rate too. I guarantee it has one of the higher drop rates. God, that's annoying. So obnoxious. You know what? Let's see. Oh, okay. That's the homie. God. Yeah, that is but here's the thing though. You say pay to win. Is it? It's just, it feels infuriating at it more than anything else. Because they also put I guess Jade translates into stamp corridor keys to more. Yeah, I guess. But as terrible as it is. Oh, have I tried Mighty Opponent? That's super pay to win. Got you. Free to play, and low spenders can't clear it. There was. Oh, you mean the latest ones that just came out? Like just came out? I would say up until level 5, I did it. And I haven't done the manual yet because when I did the manual one for the other ones, I didn't notice, but I did after the fact. After I ran it a couple times, I was like, "What's going on? Why is this stuck?" That you do have to have a specific traits that they say, "Hey, this gives you a boost." But by boost, they mean if you don't do this thing, you will not pass it. Like there's no. I'm trying to think of what one of them was. Something about a boost to. Oh, you get a boost if you counterattack, right? Well, if you do a perfect dodge, something like that. If you don't do that perfect dodge, then you will not get that boost, which means you cannot pass that unless, I assume, you B6 everything. But otherwise, they're not going to let you pass that. The last stage is hard. Are you running it? But I think you do it on PC, right? Because I was able to, it's easier with the PS5 controller. When you link your PS5 controller up to your phone, it is easier that way. Trying to do, I don't know how you guys do it on screens. Trying to do it on screens like that, those difficulties, you're not seeing it. You're definitely not seeing it. But yeah, if you hook up your PS5 controller to your game, do something. Hook up your PS5 controller to the game, then it does become a lot easier. Those rotations become a lot smoother than it is with your fingers. So that is what I would recommend to get past those last stages of Mighty Opponent. Because I don't see any way, unless you're a whale, getting past it without getting like some really, really good, perfect timing rotations and whatever they need from that area. That has to be your priority. Also, side note, does anybody actually enjoy Adventure Lineup or whatever the hell this game mode is called? Anybody? I've started doing it more frequently now because I'm trying to stack up the regular banner tickets, because I am convinced that very, very soon they're gonna put the like Bankai and maybe even Aizen. I don't know. Aizen might be too valuable. Toshihiro. That they're gonna put them into that regular banner pool. You did everything on mobile? Okay. I'm able to clear a lot of it on mobile, but I would say PlayStation would be the better ones. It is hard for free to play. I will give you that too. And I'm not free to play, I'm a low spender. But the thing is that it's either you're a whale and not as skilled, or you're free to play and you never use auto. All you do is run rotations manually. That's all you do is run rotations manually. And if you notice, I'm a largely auto player. I like being the coach, not the player. True. But that's the thing, though. On that 6th floor, they won't let you do auto. It has to be manual. So at that point, that's when I have to do it. And I did clear... Okay, these latest ones, and plus like 3 other ones in there, I cleared on the phone without the PlayStation controller. The other ones, I'm like 99% sure I use the PlayStation controller for, just because it's easier. It's just easier. My fingers will get in the way. Hey, chop chop. Okay. Oh, get the new one. You didn't get the new one, did you? Of course not. I'm not that lucky. I'm definitely not that lucky. Hey, chop chop now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And that's the other thing too. With okay, again, does anybody enjoy this game mode in the game? Because I do like roguelike systems for the most part. Something about this is obnoxiously tedious for me. I do not even like putting my phone to the side to let my phone do it alone. I'm glad they made it like auto. I'm really glad they made it like fully auto. But I don't even like looking at this on my screen. Core zone. I don't even like looking at this on my screen. I'm not a fan of this game mode in any way. All right. Wait, what did you say was the next? No, we'll let that ride. We'll let that ride. Cleared it with 50 to 30 seconds remaining. Well, I think if you're doing it as a free-to-play player, your goal isn't to be in the top. I mean, yeah, your goal is to get the highest time you can get, the highest time possible. Okay, fair enough. But I don't think that you think that you're competing at the top levels, because it does require, if you're going to get at those levels of any of the things in this game or any of those other games, you're going to have B6 everything, because those are the people who are actually like running it, are people who have B6 everything. And I believe we go back for it 1 second on this battle. But. Yeah, mighty opponent rematch, right? So then, I think it was It doesn't matter. Stealthily performing a counter increases the entire team's damage dealt by 100% for 10 seconds, which is great. But that means that you gotta keep doing it in order to get past it. Now, this is one of the easier ones. That was one of the easier ones. There was another one like, was it Perfect Dodge or something? I've done all these, right? Yeah, enemies 100% extra damage when they are, yep. So just run eyes in here. Ailment damage. This is your thrust team, obviously. That's all you need to run with them. Challenge record is 42.4 seconds. And then was it Mayuri? Increase ailment damage by, yeah. So, wait, I don't have I think this one's going to do it. Let's see. Start. That is a long time. But I mean, what, 2.5 minutes? Your goal is to get all the jade. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing too. That's the leaderboards themselves. They're made for whales. I don't even know if that should be a goal. That can't be a goal for a free-to-play player. Just outright, it cannot be. There's no shot. You have no shot at getting on those leaderboards unless you open your wallet. Which makes me appreciate the fact that the rewards you get for that are all superficial, and that the jade is all within range of like a experienced mid-game free-to-play player. To make it easy to get those boost, perfect dodge, strike, debuff, ailment, thrust, anything else, spirit. Yep. That's why you switch teams to make it easy to get those boost, perfect dodge is strike. I didn't even think about that. Perfect dodge. Because I don't think about the strike teams as a solution to anything. That's why. That's why. I don't think about the strike team as a solution to anything. Because they're incomplete. All right, so I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee right fast. How much longer is this going to go? This is about to be over, isn't it? So I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee real quick. I'll run something in the background. Should be like 2 minutes. And then we'll come back and we will... we'll come back and we'll decide my final decision on whether... I'm still tempted to pull for Ichigo. How did I get worse when my Ichigo is better now? Y'all, bass backwards, man. What's going on? All right, let's go back. Okay. Adventure lineup. Yeah, we'll just keep running Ichigo. And it should have been not freeze, crit. Haha. This will get us some good numbers, right? Increase the chance of spirit. Where was... You know what? Don't matter. We'll just stick to the combo thing. Not like I need to heal here. All right, so make coffee. Be right back. Okay. So the homegirl, Margarita, from Colombia. She was in Colombia. Brought me back some Colombian coffee. That's what's up. They came over on August 1st, which is the Swiss equivalent of July 4th in the U.S. And came back. Her and her boyfriend. That's her husband. Her and her boyfriend came by the other day. Brought me some of that good Colombian coffee. That's what's up. Feed my addiction. I'll be honest with you. Auto has bad runs all the time. Way worse. There's a consistency thing there that I always talk about, but auto is the worst in terms of like being efficient and getting the highest numbers. Auto is the worst, but I do like clearing stuff on auto. But that's the challenge for me because here's the thing. What's up, MD? Here's the thing. Even if, and maybe, I might be lying to myself. Maybe I'd be more into manual if I was a whale, because at this point, trying to get the highest number on a manual rotation while playing this thing for like 3 minutes to get like in top 1,000 does not seem like a very rewarding thing to me. If I'm doing it to compete for like top 10 or top 20 or top 100, sure. But I'm never going to touch that because the whales can auto it and get higher numbers than me because everything they got is B6, W5, and everything else. So why? I wish they would just let level 80 players instant clear this. I think if you're level 80, you have done this mode enough. Facts. Big time facts. And the thing is this is such a like, there's not a real issue, but within the realm of this game, it's an issue. I run it because I just want those stamps. That's fine and dandy, but occupying my phone for 5 minutes while we do this should not be the problem. The problem is my addiction to my phone. But, why we gotta do this, man? Why we gotta do this, man? If you level 80. I'm not even level 80. If you're level like 65, 70. Are you really like running through this over and over and over again? This became a task for me. I think that the solution, speaking of time and everything else, is if you can, and hey, somebody clip this and send it to the folks at Bleach. If any of this like consistent content, like this adventure lineup thing, if I can clear this entire thing within a given amount of time, it should be just autocomplete. So same thing with like the, was it Frenzy Feast or whatever? Feast Frenzy, that thing. Any other things that you have to do weekly, which cool, unless you're going to add another level that's like an auto difficulty level. There are some games that give you a level that matches what your level is to make it just difficult enough for it to be interesting. Okay, fine. If you're going to do this, then give us like, hey, if you can complete Adventure Lineup in 3 minutes, you never have to do it again. It'll auto-complete every time. All you got to do is clear it in 3 minutes 3 times. Once you do that, you never have to look at this again. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this, let's say this takes 5 to 10, right? Just because of loading and everything else. Okay, so if you can auto-clear this in 5, cool. Or if you can auto-clear this or manual clear this and have 90% of your health left, okay, you don't have to do it. That kind of thing. Because right now, I'm not being touched. I am not being touched. They can't hold me. Or let us do 1 run for 4 tickets completely. Well, that's the thing too. I never even run the full 4 runs because I'm used to this concept. You weren't supposed to run 4 runs a week. You're supposed to run 2. Because once you do, once you do this was always full. So wasting my next 2 runs didn't make sense. Who does the, I guess you have to do the normal run. But like, if you're starting out, Swift mode, I get these rewards. Does this offer me any rewards? No, it just gives me this. So I have no additional rewards from doing this, right? So that's done. Why is I'm trying to figure out what these symbols mean down here. Can I crank up the difficulty and see? Doubt it. All right. But yeah, I don't okay. This is a game mode to Hakeem's point. Let's just auto complete it and get it over with. Give me my resources. That's fine. Trial Tower I still love, but once we're done with it, we're done with this. This isn't a weekly thing. Co-op campaign, I got nobody to run with apparently. I need to find a guild. I think that's going to be my next priority. I'll wait to see what Hakeem says just so I don't put him outside. And then if it's like his guild has no space, I'm just going to try to find one. But all that mess should be autocomplete. Quiet is kept. Stamped corridor can be quiet complete because autocomplete because you're going to make me sit here for 30 seconds to watch me get a 5-star core stamp. Bastards. Anyway, and then they said that coming on Thursday, you'll be able to 5x this. Thank you. But coming on Thursday, you'll be able to 5x this. So I'm really looking forward to that thing. Want to see me get mad at getting no core stamps that I needed? Let's go do that real fast. Now, because of that whole universal thing, what I was doing was I was farming for strike. Because I was convinced, I thought it would be support, but no matter what it was going to be, that the next character was going to be strike. Because we've had thrust before that, spirit before that, slash. So then strike just seemed like it fits the rotation. But if we're getting this new type, this new universal type, then there's no point in me farming for that. It brings nothing. Yeah, Battle Rewind can be obnoxious as well. I agree. I do agree. Those are things that, again, if I can complete Battle Rewind at 15 seconds, why are we even wasting time on load screens? Why? ¿Por qué? Like, this is 7 seconds to clear. Not the worst in the world. I'm just nagging to be nagging. I'm nagging to be nagging. But, come on, Mike. Come on, man. Wait, what? No. Come on, man. I mean, I know I'm nagging, but come on, man. Oh, God. All right, anyway. So, no. Also, stamps that give you flat stats as your basic stat. Set those on fire immediately. And I'm still, you know what? There was a stamp that I was trying to get, and I'm wondering if I should push for it now, knowing Akeem is going to be upset with me because I'm overusing my resources. This is what boredom in a game does. Give us events. They do a good job. I'm just whining. They do a okay job. They're doing good. They've kept me from looking at that new Bleach game because now I'm loyal to this one. This is the first game I've been loyal to in a minute, so. I guess I can't. Especially it's Aizen, you can't one-shot him. I've had trouble with Kitsuke actually lately. I mean, I don't know if you saw the battle. You might have not have been on the stream when I started. When I did Battle Rewind against Kitsuke, he had me locked up, just like running in place and hitting me, and it was not doing any damage. It was just obnoxious. It was purely obnoxious. All right, I completely forgot what I was about to do. Nope. Yeah. Well, anyway, the discussion going to. So they're gonna add another type here that we're gonna have to farm. I don't know how. I think I don't have enough pills. I only have like 5 left. Now I'm tempted. All right, Ichigo, as we come down here, and we might go ahead and develop your stamps. Right now, your crit rate is at 91.5%, and then your crit damage is at 96%. Mystic Frontline is back soon. I like Mystic Frontline. No, I like Mystic Frontline. That's what they said. I like Mystic Frontline a lot. I screwed up. I screwed up the Reclaiming the Frontline, but Mystic Frontline I did like. Maybe I'll do a video on that one too. Mirror's High currently is so bad. I played the beta, and I hope for the own sake that they don't release their game in its state. Oh, really? I knew the coming soon category would be for another type. I knew it. It's called it. I called it months ago. 100%. Is it that bad? Mirrors High. Is that anybody in this chat that has played that new Bleach game, Mirrors High? I am Buffy the Vampire Slayer loyal to this thing right now, and if you know, you know. I don't want to. I feel like I'd be betraying this game by going at and downloading Mirrors High, so I'm not going to download it. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm curious though, and as much as I complain about this game, I complain because I love it. Anyway, I need to get my crit rate up. These cancel out, right? So I can put this crit damage on here. It's bad, bro. 200 pulls for one copy. Oh, so it's like doing that Netmarble thing of where they're just coming at your pockets. Image is a pass for me. Okay. It was already a pass for me. Thanks for the confirmation, though. So are they just coming at your pockets real hard? Is that what it is? Like super pay to win to the point of where the game is going to die within a year and they're going to sit there and start apologizing? I have so many like apology ads coming at me from Marvel Strike Force being like, come back to the game. No, bro, you had me. Now I'm going because y'all were trying to reach into my pockets for, what was it? Mighty Storm or something? Or no, it was Archangel. Like one of my like characters that I like, they were like, yeah, buy this battle pass for $100 to get them. And I was like, deuces, we're out. Like y'all were headed towards that way, and now you did that, and now, bye. I can't. 6 hours cooldown for characters you played. It pulled is insane. What? I feel people who are hyping it up is capped for clicks and viewership. Well, yeah, that's yeah. Pity doesn't transfer, so every banner your pity is 0. Ooh, that is tough. You can't do. Oh, that's a money grab. They are money grab. Oh, they're not gonna make it the year. They're gonna pull a Marvel Future Revolution on everybody. You can't come at people that hard. 6 hour cooldown on characters, and the pity doesn't transfer. 200 pulls for one copy. That is stupid. Okay. I will stay over here where I'm at. That is dumb. Plus, you can always... All right, Shogun, you said this. I don't know, but I know, but I don't know, okay? Those content creators who are hyping them up, are they, in terms of like subscribers, are they at like my level and below? Like... Let's top them out at 15, 20,000. I'm at 8,000, almost 9. Are they at my level or below? Or are they like north of 100,000, north of 200,000? Or are they those content creators that are only in ads for the one game and you've never heard of them before? Like which one? Because there's 3 different kinds of content creators. I'm not, no shade. You got the smaller channels where it's like, I like my game. I do this for fun. I'm not expecting money. Nobody watches me. Okay, cool. I enjoy this game. Fine. And I'm going to play other games. And I know there's smarter strategies for me to get more people in it. Yeah, I don't want to do all that. I like having fun. Right? There's that. They're the ones who are like, and that to me is like the 20K and down. You have the ones that hit like 100K and up, which probably the same thing I'm doing, just better, more efficient, better at marketing and all other stuff. Cool. And they end up getting contacted by those developers, and some of them keep their integrity and say no, and some of them don't. Right? And then you have the content creators in those ad things where it's like, oh, bro, after downloading this game, I've uninstalled all other games, which is not realistic. Nobody does that. No, I still have games I don't. Nobody does that. Who does? Nobody does that. But still. Oh, Giku. You guys have to tell me because I don't watch him. Because from what I understand, he is relatively popular, and this is no shade to him. If even if it was like a deal where you got money, to get your money, dog. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. And maybe he truly likes it. Maybe you just had bad luck. I've seen even bigger creators liking it. I can tell by the thumbnails and titles. They're so similar. For real though. Okay. Giku, I don't know. I don't want to throw shade at any content creator like that. Not specifically. That's why I was trying to give like the scales. Because it can be that you're very popular, you're getting a lot of traffic, and then they come and contact you and they say, hey, you can do this. And to be fair, it may not even be a money deal. It may also be one of those like you want to be ground floor on a game that you think is going to be really, really popular. Because that does generate revenue. That is good for you. You want to be that source. So it could also be that. Like no, not trying to throw shade. It can also be that. They could also have given you a slight boost to your account so that everything seems awesome to you, but then when people go to play it, it's like, well, they didn't get those 1,000 pulls for whatever. I have no idea what's in the background, so I don't want to throw shade at anybody. I genuinely don't. He spends thousands on this game though, but is he? I thought he was like at 20, 30,000. He spends thousands on the game. Okay. Okay. All right. But here's the thing. I know people who spend thousands on the game on games who don't have content, who don't create content. They just do because they just do. Art being ain't gonna keep the game good. Is the art good though? Okay, at least that. At least you got something pretty to look at. But DC Worlds Collide, I'll come back to that. They have very pretty art. I love that game. They screwed up that game so bad. Like I thought, I've even checked back on going back to the game like a month ago, and I looked at it and I was like, y'all, the same thing y'all were complaining. I was complaining about the developers. People are still complaining about now. So clearly they have not changed a damn thing. Not a damn thing at all. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Oh, it was a stamp thing. That was it. So I don't know. Maybe it's okay. So 70K subscribers. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because that is an investment. I know he was a. In fact, I heard about him from you, Hakeem. So I already knew that. Am I still keeping up with Seven Deadly Sins? I haven't touched it in a while. The go through thing really put me off. I don't know if they're gonna do another. If they're ever gonna release Bond. I haven't checked on it in a long time. Plus, it's gotten very, very, very grindy to me. So I'm just like, I'm chilling on it for right now. I like the game. I still like the game, but I still haven't even done Act 15 yet. But I do like that game. But I have to take a break. It was getting so grindy. I'm waking up in the morning like, oh, let me do this real quick, cause I got to. It's like the emails you got to send in the morning, stuff like that, where it's like I gotta do this. I got dishes I need to do, and I need to do Seven Deadly Sins login. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt about it. So I had to take a break. I mean, if you can afford to put that kind of money into it, and it's also an investment in growing the channel and generating revenue, sponsors, and everything else, cool. Knock yourself out. I could not. And it's not even the thousands a month on the thing. It is this thing a grind to the degree of I'm paying to have another job. Is that what this is? All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go for 4. Here's the thing: I'm also scared of doing these course stamps right now because I know that I'm gonna have to do this for that new character that comes out, and I don't know what it's gonna look like. Derriere is up next. This man's B6 every character. That's what I'm saying. But Hakeem, don't you B6 every character too? Alignment damage. That would have almost been nice. Let's see. Ultimate charge rate, crit damage. So close. This just needed to be alignment damage. Yeah, well, alignment damage. Okay. Nope, I just clicked on the same thing twice. And a whole lot of nada. Yay. Okay, so then but I thought he was already in the game. Derriere. Derriere, whatever he's called. I thought that he was already in the game. Purple haired dude with the shortcut, right? With the bob cut. I thought you did. I thought you B6 everybody, Hakeem. I thought you were out here wailing. I thought that's what you did. No, so I could do it here, right? We can have fun with this one. See me get frustrated. I thought he was already in the game. Jeez. Alignment damage, crit rate. Yo! We can keep this one. That can be something we can roll up. Nope. Nope. Sorry, now the E40 song's gonna be stuck in my head. Nope. Nope. But here's the thing, though. If you got another game which, from what you guys say, is very pay to win, how can you afford that split of... Okay. Because now you're spending the same amount of money on a new game and a game that you're currently doing. How is that gonna... Okay. That seems like it's crazy to me. But I guess I'm a small fish out here in these waters. I'm a small fish, so maybe I just don't understand the game. Maybe that's on me. All right, so the stamp here. The idea here is maybe not a good one, but I want to replace. This is a really good stamp. I want to replace this stamp. The ultimate charger. Why did I save you? You can be gone. We want alignment on him. You can be gone. Because the ultimate charge right here now. I already have a better stamp for that. Alignment of... Ooh. See, crit rate. Ultimate charge rate. Okay, that can stay. You can go. And what we're going to try to do, and I don't even know if this is worth it, but we're going to see, is I'm going to try to get... Boo. I'm going to try to get this one first. I got 0 hits on crit rate. What I want to do is try to get... There's so much ailment damage though. Here's C-Dot. I didn't even notice that you hopped on. I'm sorry. I didn't even put you. I didn't even holler your name out. What's up, C-Dot? I guess the True Shikai is gonna be the one I have 2 builds for, right? Build. I can't say the word build right now. 2 builds for, right? He's gonna be the one I have 2 builds for. What I'm gonna try to do is ailment damage, crit rate, right? I want my crit rate to be rolled up twice, right? So the idea is to try to do that, and to have like, it'd be nice if one of them landed on ailment damage. That is the idea. Not alignment, ailment. I said ailment, C-Dot. No, somebody already got me on that one earlier. No, ailment. No. I've been better. Only B6 characters I really like. I have a few. All right. Highest ever got is B3. Now, I put some cash down on Aizen. I've said that before, though. He's my only B6. I don't know, and that's only because they came with a pull at once, 2 at once. You lucky ass. Look. Okay. I don't think there's going to be another character at B6, because I don't know that there's another character in the game. Like, in terms of, like, from the anime that I like as much as Kenpachi or... Nell, and I didn't take either one of those B6, and I'm not doing it now. So I don't know that there's gonna be another character that I take up like that. All right, anyway, so here we go. Let's waste some resources. Yay! All right, what I'm gonna do. Ooh, and I just realized too, I'm running low on the whatchamacallit. So the thing is if the first roll is not crit rate, I have to abandon ship, right? Unless it's Ailment damage. Ugh. I think I need to go buy some more of the resource. All right. And now watch. I'm going to do this, and it's not going to work. If it lands on flat HP, I'm going to punch somebody in the face. Wait. So is it telling me the probability that it's either going to be ailment damage or... But that's the first time I noticed that. Is that what it's telling me right now? Or that's just what goes up when I level this up? Oh, it's doing that. Okay, sorry. Forgive me. Maybe I do need to stop. I'm tired. All right. I'm running low. Ultimate charge rate, and you are worthless. Now, also, so you guys know, I get to be really strict because I created the best piece in the history of pieces. So that's why I'm being very strict. If it's one bit off, then I can't. And actually, I did something weird and wrong. Crit rate, that's one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw it too late. I think when full comes out. I hope they canceled that whole server merger thing, right? So I got one crit rate roll up. Okay. Watch me screw up my account so you don't have to. Ailment damage is good. I almost said alignment damage because C-Dot done put that in my head. Thank you. Okay. Come on, crit rate. I'm glad they canceled it then. Attack. Okay. So now the question becomes how much. I think I have I can only star up oh. So if I do this will give me 15%. Right? So when I come back over here to this stamp and I remove this, actually it's going to be less. Because I only have 2 roll-ups, so it's going to give me 11 something, which would be about the same as just a 5% increase or a 4% increase from what I have here, which means I'm still going to put me at 52% as opposed to the 70 that I'm looking for. Once I put this on here, for example, equip, let me just double check on the numbers. Stats here, stats. I'm at 55% crit rate, but 175% crit damage. Thank God I want nothing to do with Crunchyroll and the NA servers. Facts. Keep that server away from us. Y'all screwed up that server. Don't put your poison over here on us. What do you say? Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't do that. Don't. Y'all stay over there with y'all's. With that mess of a server y'all got. All right, here we go. See, 55%, 70, 175. And I ran the test on these. It's 55, and it's not enough. It's really not enough. And so then when I put, I just had a really, really good piece. That's what it boils down to. I have a really good piece that I created. We're going to get only, 4% increase in crit rate. That's not going to happen. That's not going to do anything for us. What happened to it? They probably heard enough people complain about the server merger to where they just said, let's just not do it. Or more likely, they ran into we don't know how we're going to do this without having devastating results. Trying to merge the server, and they're there's a good chance we're gonna screw up more than we fix. Let's just leave it alone. I'm hoping that's what they. We can go one more. I'm hoping that's what they figured out in that process. Boo. All right. Well, that was a waste. So you will stay crit rate here. Damn. All right. Unless I try to go B1 on Ichigo now. If you had the B1, you'd have 30%, 36% extra. Yeah, the merger, like when they were going to merge the two servers together, so like we could have guilds with people from North America and all that other stuff. I don't know, man. Just I don't know. Create a bridge, but don't mess up my house because y'all need some help. No, that is the thing. Yeah, crossplay. So like the issue right now with you, for example, if I want to build a guild with people in the chat, let's make a guild. I got people from Southeast Asia, I got people from Europe, and I got people from North America. All of us are on different servers, so that means none of us can be on the same guild. They didn't fix that issue or whatever. So, but part of the server merger would be maintenance would potentially be easier because you're only worrying about like one server. You would open up guilds and people's ability to make friends and communicate and everything back and forth within the game, because now, hey, my friend in New York and I are in a guild together despite the fact that I live in Japan. You know what I mean? So it opens up a lot of possibilities. However, if it's done incorrectly, can you ever get the game back? Because if you do the server merger incorrect, and let's say the server's down for like 3 days, that is a death nail to a game. You can't, like, that is, you're gonna be basically starting back from zero trying to build that thing back up. So if I duped Ichigo, that would take up my crit rate to an extra 36%, which means that I would be at 90% crit rate and 175% crit damage. Wait. Time out. The, what is it? Off of his skills. When he stacks up the crit damage increase, blah, 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 blah. Mastery, no. The one where he's stacking up to where he's going to get off of his breach mark extra crit rate, right? Yeah, so 6%. 18%. So he already gets an extra 18% at 55. So you're saying he's gonna get an extra 18%, not that he gets an extra 36, because he's already getting 18% on top of the 91 that I have up. That's why it would have been okay. Sorry, I'm all of this coming back to me. That's why it would have been okay for me to like get his crit rate up to like 80 to replace it for the 91. Get it up to 75 to replace it for the 91. So I need like another 20% in order to get him to a place of where at 75% plus 18, he's over 90% crit rate. That's the thing. Right now, he's at 100% crit rate, so all he does is crit. But I don't need 91. I need 75. I thought of pulling Ichigo again, but I need this Mayuri rerun because I wasn't playing with then. Oh, true. And we just had that discussion. If you don't have Mayuri, get Mayuri. But general consensus, and for us, is don't dupe. Just get him B0 and you're good to go. And if you do dupe, you need to take him to B2 at least. B1 is not worth the resources. It genuinely is not. Okay. All right. But no, just save, look at Mayuri, get one pull of him at least. I think maybe even over the new character is, since it's a new type. An additional 18% on top of the 55% that I have now. 36% on top of the 55. Puts me back at 90% crit rate with 175% crit damage. But my argument always is don't dupe full assault. That's always my argument. Always. Plus, here's the other thing too. I do say dupe tactical characters. Doesn't she give extra crit damage? It's only 20% though. Just save for Bambi. She will be more valuable since she's universal. If you already have Mayuri, if you don't have Mayuri, go for it. Oh, you're talking to C Dot. Okay. Random question: does this game have PvP? No, it doesn't. They have done a PvEVP mode. They're, for some reason, I guess I can guess the reason. They're avoiding PvP at the moment. I desperately want them to put PvP into this game. Like, desperately want them to put in like a PvP arena, league, whatever kind of thing. But it does not have it. But yeah, Mayuri, the rerun for Mayuri is going to be day after tomorrow on the 5th. So hold for 2 days. You literally have to hold for 2 days. They put out like an announcement on their Discord, so it's not even like a leak thing. They officially said that Mayuri's rerun is going to be in 2 days on August 5th. I have TS, Ichigo, and Nell. What characters best in that third slot? Mayuri, we said that one. If you have Rangiku, that would work as well. Just watch out the number of resources. Kitsuke would go very well in that slot as well. He is one of the original 6, the best of the original 6. Those are the 3 I would say off the top of my head, Dylan. If you have your Jade saved up to a degree, what we've just been saying about Mayuri definitely applies to you. Just wait 2 days. If you have Kitsuke, develop him anyway. Kitsuke's good enough. Like, really, really develop him. If you have Rangiku and you're like, oh, should I develop? Wait, get Mayuri, right? Once Mayuri comes in, your Thrust team Thrust is the best in the game. I had to give up on that argument. I think the argument made is that Thrust is the best team in the game, and I think they're right now. I was still holding on to Spirit being the best, but I think I'm wrong. I got 11,000 Jade at the moment, 24 tickets. They got PvP and Mirror one. Yeah, but PvP doesn't mean anything if they dip in your pockets and try to take your monies. Like, if it's a pay to win game, then PvP becomes toxic and frustrating. Shout out Flip. Like, if it's a really, 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 this game has some some pay to win aspects. They need to. They got to make money. It's a business. At the same time, I would have faith in them putting in a PvP mode where they have the different leagues and everything else, and free-to-play players are never going to make it to the Grandmaster Arena or whatever the hell they're going to call it, but you can still enjoy yourself within those like little tiers in the middle. From what Mirrors High or whatever the hell they're calling that game now, if you're already money grabbing like that, I don't trust your arena mode. Kind of how I felt about Raid Shadow Legends. Where it's like, okay, you're going to make me feel inadequate if I can't get past this busted ass bronze arena because I'm not putting in a G a month. So if they do the PvP mode right, I like it. I can fight with other free-to-play players who are like in-game and everything else. I'll understand the concept that I won't ever make it to the Grandmaster Arena, but maybe your top 2 arenas are full of whales, and then the bottom 5 are all of us others who are like low spenders or free-to-play. I'm okay with that concept. Tosin is good. Tosin isn't one to be pursued in terms of Thrust team. He's not one to be pursued. If you have him, it's okay to put some resources in him, but stop. You said you have Nell. If you have Nell, Tosin's okay at best. Tosin's only working for you if you have like True Shikai and Mayuri, because then his battlefield skill is a large part of what gives him his value. If you're running Nell, you're gonna use her battlefield skill over his, easy. So he's good character to run with because he's an SSR. He's got decent damage. He also puts out debuffs. She will amplify his ailment damage with that. So it's good. I would still wait on Mayuri though. See if you can pull him. That would be my argument. I want Nell because she is a wafu. I ain't wasting my J. Imagine spending money on a character. They still hold the power when you can use them in PvP. What do you mean by that, McGee? Imagine spending money on a character and they still hold the power when you can use them. Oh, because of that whole 6 hour cooldown thing. I forgot about what you said. That is time out. Why would that even be a thing? If you got 100 characters in a game, I go into arena, your PvP mode, and I can play with that character once every 6 hours? That is insane. That is it. When did that game come out, by the way? Because I'm gonna make a prediction about how long it's gonna be alive. That is absolutely insane. No chance. So then you have no. Then you have to be a whale, and if you're a whale, then you're having a damn good time. No chance. No chance. Yeah, they're forcing you to use different teams, and okay, okay, all right. So think about it like in a cascading way, right? It's not just that you're going to have to spend money to develop the character so you can compete in PvP, but then also you have to have a breadth of characters in it. So if we took just this game right here, and let's say I just started yesterday, right? This is insane to me, bruh. Okay, so I lucked up and I pull Aizen and I have Toshihiro and I have Mayuri, right? Okay, cool. I got those three characters, right? Those are two of the same type and then one of a different type. Okay. Now I use those three characters. I can't use them anymore. Fine. Now I have to work on a Kitsuke, Soifan, and a Yadoichi. Okay, that's my second team. Now I can work on a third team or wait 6 hours, which they would call a quality of life thing. That's not what it is. Now, never mind the fact that what I assume is that there's synergies between the characters in these teams. So now I have Aizen, Toshihiro, and Mayuri, but because someone else has Toshihiro, Aizen, and Rukia, I'm getting dog stomped because they have all spirit type, and so their synergy is going to beat whatever character I put out there against it. So I need to pull for the character that's going to complete the type. Then I get to use it once before a 6 hour cooldown. That is insane. That is insane. So off rip, I can't compete. That is okay. Sure. I guess they're 40. Yeah. So the meta won't exist, I guess. No, that's not what that is. That's not so the meta won't exist. No. No. That's not what that's for. It's a quality of life change designed to get you to spend more money. Because if you really do like the game and you find it a lot of fun, a lot of us, life isn't scheduled in 6 hour chunks. So I wake up in the morning, I go to work. On my way to work, I play. I play one fight, which I assume lasts anywhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes, depending on how good I am, right? I work a little bit. Now I'm on my coffee break. 2.5, 3 hours into work. I can't play it, though. I can't do a quick, match or whatever. All right, fine. Lunch break. Cool. Now here's the thing. Lunch break this week. I got a lunch meeting. I gotta do this. I gotta run to City Hall. I gotta run to the Gamande, whatever. I gotta take care of something. I ain't got time to play the game. But now my cooldown is done. Okay, when's the next time I get to play? Afternoon break, maybe? All right, afternoon break. All right, but I did that at 3. So now I can't play again until 9 p.m. It's a quality of life, but at the same time, it won't be true. Doesn't mean it's not true quality of life change. It's not a true quality of life thing. It's disguised as one. We care about your mental well-being. So we decided that you can only play with each character one time every 6 hours. Easy fix. Why not 3 to 5 times? Or like DC Legends, like Marvel Strike Force, give us a set number of battles, but as many characters and as often as we want. So DC Legends was like, you have 10 battles. And once you use that first credit, After an hour, you get another energy. It charges every hour. Okay, so that means that you can just play 5 games right now. You can play 3 on your when you're on the bathroom. You can play 2, and it just recharges. It recharges. It recharges. Right? What's wrong with that? Then it recharges. That's a quality of life thing. That means that I can't sit here for hours and play this game. Why do you want me to only use one character every 6 hours? You see what I mean? Like, why do you want me to only use one character every 6 hours? So I get bored because it's a Saturday and I just happen to have that Saturday to myself. I'm chilling. Like, I got up early. I don't have to be anywhere till like 10. All right, I'm gonna sit here with my cup of coffee. I'm gonna play a game. I really like this game. This game's fun. Played my 3 characters 1 hour. Okay. Now what? I mean, I guess I got some extra money. That's how that goes. Only decent thing about this is that you will play against a different team every fight in PvP, I guess. If you have enough, if your roster's deep enough. Bro, can you explain how to do stamp traits and how to keep good traits? A BTW team in the game consists of 3 characters. So that means that 3 characters. That's what I'm saying. I was already doing the 3 characters thing. I don't know why I assumed that, but I was already doing the 3 characters game. But it's one of those like, why you could have just given us a ticket system if you're worried about my quality of life. All right, so the stamps. I'm assuming that you're relatively new, so be prepared to be frustrated. Okay, the most frustrating part about this game is the stamp system. Let's see. We're gonna go with True Shikai. All right, so establishing the stamps that you want, and there's no easy answers to this. I'm just saying it straight up. Establishing what you want. And I just did stamps a minute ago. True Shikai wants to have ailment damage. Cool. Then below, because of how his kit is built out, you can go check this out under stats. I can show you real quick. Ailment damage, crit rate, attack. I actually built this piece, right, from a new system that will be coming into the game according to what they said relatively soon. However, for the moment. Now, part of me building that out is like reading his kit, but also they give you this thing where they tell you like, hey, yo, these are the stats you want to go at for these characters. And let's be fair. This is typically right. This is not like a wrong thing. You can deviate from it and build the characters the way you want them, but this isn't off base. All right, now you're gonna have several options when it comes to crafting. Oh, you know what? Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and record this a little bit just so I can put it on everybody. Already frustrated. Uraha's Bankai. Wait, what? I did not see that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over this point with you real fast. I'll record it real quick. So I'm going to make it into a YouTube video. So when you hear me do my YouTube voice and, you know, not be so critical of things, that's why. The people on the stream get the background, me calling people idiots. the YouTubers are like, that's a nice guy. All right, anyway, so coming in 3, 2. So had somebody on the stream ask me about the stamp system, set stamps. We can talk about core stamps too. My first reply is prepare to be frustrated. Let's get to the video. All right. So, did you watch the first episode of Bleach with Yaruichi turning into a cat? It was pretty fun. No. I haven't watched any of the newer. Are they even out right now? Okay, so here we go. Coming in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a Bleach Soul Resonance video. In this video, I don't know, I could have had a much like better picture than just like Nell standing here like with her hair flowing in the background like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna go over set stamps, right? This is a source of frustration for a lot of people, and with good cause. The first thing I'm going to say about getting the set stamps is you need to figure out what stats that you want on your characters, right? So right here, it tends to be good. Read through their kits and everything else. Follow content creators, subscribe. Follow content creators, subscribe. And have them ruin. I always say I'm ruining my account so that you don't have to. Ailment damage, crit rate, crit damage. These are typically good recommendations. Also, just side note, these team recommendations, the basic one, don't even worry about. This is typically okay. Is typically okay. They're giving you the set stamp, the core stamp that you're going to want, which is always going to be that character's individual core stamp. And then they'll give you a secondary one that you can run with them. Which, to be fair, for this one, for Ichigo True Shikai, I actually did have to run this set stamp. It was a different set stamp with them until I got the weapon stamp that I wanted. So, to be fair, that's not a bad thing at all. And then your core stamp, of course, is going to be their core stamp. They want you to have their core stamp. And then the secondary one would be this one. However, I would say this, when it comes to rushing into danger, there are some 5-star core stamps that they are forcing down our throats that need to be removed from the shadow box. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the developer behind you. That need to be removed from the shadow box, but it is what it is. Those 5 stars, if you read through them carefully, they can be useful for your characters. So I know that I want to alignment damage, crit rate, crit damage. We're going to go down to the set stamps. Now, I am going to touch base on this thing first. These are the set stamps that you do not give a damn about at this stage where I'm at. However, if you're still building up your core stamps and everything else, these are going to be those 5-star ones that can give you something a little bit extra. This is giving you extra damage during your next ultimate. Increases the damage dealt by other characters in the team who share the same attack. So you might want to put this on one of your tactical or support characters if you don't have their core stamp yet. Here, combo that on-field characters' basic attack damage increases by 6.5%. This isn't just a catch-all. You need to really check out their kits and see what they're using a lot. And then here is after releasing battlefield skill, immediately tactical, which makes me even want to say that this is a little bit more towards support. But immediately tactical because it's talking about the battlefield skill. So if you do not have their individual, and it'll say very clearly, exclusive effect, Ichigo Kurosaki, dual Sangetsu. So you'll have Shikai, you will have Bankai, you'll have whoever, you probably won't have Bankai, don't worry about it, you're not missing much. You will have other characters, but it's very specific to those characters in case you did not know. Now, with Ichigo, and I literally just got done doing this, with Ichigo, I am trying to pursue certain stats, okay? And I tend to rank them in terms of what their kit brings to the table. With Ichigo, because he is a DPS character, he's full assault, we're going to focus in on crit rate, alignment, crit damage. Crit rate over crit damage, I think that's kind of obvious. If you put it... There is a stable level of crit rate, which to me is between 70 and 80%, 65. So there is a stable level there. And then in addition to, which is why you need to read their kits, follow some guides. In addition to that, you're going to get for this DPS character specifically an additional 18% crit rate based on the buffs that he stacks on himself. This is at B0, not B1. B1, that goes up to 6. Not important here, right? But it is important in terms of what stats you're going to pursue down at the bottom. If I'm trying to be sure to get 75% crit rate, then I need to know what else is happening with the weapon stamp, what is happening with the passive, what's happening with their buffs, and how much crit I'm going to get while on the field, which isn't necessarily calculated. The on the field buffs aren't calculated into your crit rate because they expire after 30 seconds or whatever. So now that I know that I'm going to get 18% crit rate, cool, let's build up from there. So here you'll have crit rate stats for the advanced stats. How do I get these? Luck. It is easier to get the basic stats when you're crafting or when you're doing the, I think it's called mutant something or another. I'll go look at it. When you're doing that, you're going to get the basic stats faster. This is going to be just whatever type they are, go for that type of damage, right? The middle piece, this is where you're going to find your crit rate, your crit damage. I think also attack goes here. I need to go ahead and pull up my chart, but I won't do it. Your crit rate or crit damage is what I'm focusing on Ichigo right here now. I do have an amazing crit damage piece that I really want to put on him, but I can't. We'll show you why in a second. And then here, you're going to have your ailment damage or your ultimate charge rate. For Ichigo, because he lays down debuffs, and because he also said in the recommendations, but this goes into reading the kit, because he lays down debuffs, because he's on the thrust team, and because the tactical character running with him is going to be Nell, who adds a 60% increase to ailment damage, and then you have Mayuri, who also increases ailment mastery. Ailment damage on your DPS is going to be the way to go. The substats themselves, I have an order. This one I literally built from the system that I'll show you in a second. I have an order. My order is, because it's thrust, because it's Mayuri, because it is Nell, ailment damage is first, crit damage is second, or crit rate is second, sorry, crit damage is third, and then attack is fourth, okay? So this piece is perfect for what I need. It got 2 rolls up on the ailment damage, 1 roll on the attack, and then when I took it 6-star, you get a roll on each of the stats. This is the other part. This is the other portion of that that's kind of important. When you're trying to do this, and here is a piece that I was tempted to replace it with, or trying to. If there's a tie, you need to go with the one that has the stats that are more useful. So I have attack here. Oh, I was good. Oh, I have ailment damage here. Oh, that's good. Crit rate. Cool. I have an HP flat here. Even if this HP flat didn't get a roll on it and it went to ailment damage, think twice about six-starring it. Because if you have another piece that gives you attack, you want to 6-star this one over this one, because that extra point is going to go here on HP, and I do not need that for him, right? Let me see. Yeah, 55% crit rate at base and B1 weapon 1 core stamp. So you need 45% crit rate, as much damage as possible. T blah blah. B1 B1 How much crit rate, crit damage alignment? Oh, okay. Hakeem's talking to me. Okay, sorry. All right, check. Thanks, Hakeem. All right, so check, coming back. All right, so for this Ichigo, and this is where we're gonna run into where decisions need to be made, at least on my account when I'm dealing with my True Shikai Ichigo. I have crit rate here. I lucked up and got 2 rolls of crit rate on this one. It sucks because I have ultimate charge rate here. I can't resist this extra roll of crit rate on there. This ailment damage here got one roll on it after I took a 6-star, and I got 1 roll on attack. So I'm like, when I take a 6-star, I'm gonna get a roll on ultimate charge rate. Ultimate charge rate isn't the worst thing in the world. He's going to want to charge his ultimate. Cool. However, would I prefer this to be crit damage? Of course. Now, when I compare this to this piece here, and this is where things start to suck, I have crit rates, or I have crit damage. Yeah, there's a roll here because I took a 6-star. Ailment damage. I got 2 rolls on this plus the 6-star. And then crit rate. Yo, this piece is better than that piece. Hold up. When I put this piece on here, equip, and go back to his stats, I'm looking at 55% crit rate, but 175% crit damage. If you're a gambler, this is a coin flip, and you might like that. I go for consistency, which is why I say like stable crit rate, that's 65%, 70%, up to like 80. That's what I'm aiming for. This is too much of a coin flip, and you have to remember, this is a good probability if there are 6 hits in a game. If you're doing 6 hits in a battle, this is good. You're going to end up with combos like hundreds of hits, hundreds of hits, which means that this 55% is actually a huge detriment to you, because 45% of the time with that many hits that are going to happen in a row, you're going to end up with half of those not critting, okay? Now, when I put in this other stamp, boop, boop, boop. And that was the one thing that kind of like bugged me when I actually came to that conclusion. It sucks, but it is what it is. Instead of having 175% crit damage, I have 96%. That sucks. However, at 91%, that means I'm going to be doing this over 100 times. Why over 100? Well, when you put in that buff from Ichigo's kit, that at B0 means you're going to get an additional 18% because it stacks 3 times. 18% crit rate. That means I'm doing 100% crit. So I'm going to hit for 96% more damage every single time. If I add the 18%, let's say it's 20 instead of saying 73, say 75%, that means 1 in 4 times I won't crit. So 175% is great at 75% if I did not know that I had the option to do 100% crit rate, 90%, 96% extra damage. Now, when we get to how we make these things and how frustrating they can be. First up, crafting. And actually, no, first up is going to be here. And I'll run a quick one just to show. This is where the core stamps are also frustrating. This is where it's a lot of frustrating things in this game where you're going to just run. I'm going to run 2x just to do it. It's luck of the draw. There's nothing I can do to control this. This is just, and watch, what I'm going to end up with is like flat stats. Don't go for flat stats, even in your advanced stats. Try as much as you can, as hard as you can, to get anything with a percentage. Even a flat stat HP versus a percentage HP. Percentage HP is better. It's always going to be better. As you scale up, it scales with you. It doesn't give you a flat number. So do that. Man, True Shikai just ate him alive, right? Now, there's nothing I can do to control these as well. Like a lot of people find this area. There's a lot of areas that are frustrating. But this is why people find this area to be frustrating. Because right here, this isn't even the stamp that I wanted to go for. Flat HP, no go. Defense, no go. Slash damage, this is on Nell's. Ailment, crit damage, attack flat. This is actually a no-go. Then you have thrust. Okay, cool. This is under Ichigo, Duty Born. Okay, cool. We have attack. Cool. Defense, HP, ultimate charge rate, trash piece. I need at least 2 of those 4 stats that I'm hunting for. Preferably ailment damage and crit rate, but at least some crit damage and some attack percentage. Nah, not going to work. And then this one, attack flat. That's already a no. So when I'm going to like fish for these set stamps, I want, personally myself, preferably 2 of the advanced stats need to be out of those 4 that I'm like hunting for. And then I'll roll those up to like 25. Keep fishing. If I can't find what I'm looking for, eventually I may take it to 6-star, although I lean against it for real. I try not to take anything that has less than 3 of the advanced stats that I'm looking for up to 6-star. Next is another system in here that we have that they said, hey, this will help you guys be less frustrated. They lied. Stamps, advanced. I built a couple of these. I'll do these now. The intermediate, which I just ran and I wish I hadn't. I just ran before this question was asked to me. Striker is right. Farming stamps is a headache. I got nothing. That's no truer words have been spoken. Don't sleep necessarily on the intermediate because intermediate does give you a chance at 5-star. So this isn't like you go in there every day. Every couple months, I'll just run all of them on one character and just see what I can get. This one previously, I got a set stamp that was actually pretty good and then rolled it and it immediately became trash. But, hey, let's look at the draw, right? Advanced. This is the 50% off is worth it if you are trying to like build up the character from the ground up. And you just want up, you have a bunch of these lying around and you want to get 52 set stamps and then just scatter it and just get whatever you can get. My recommendation is, though they are more expensive, do more targeted things. Try to go at like, okay, I've already went through this the realm of mutation, right? I've already done that. I've already done some stamp conversion, which we're gonna get to next. Now I just need this one piece. I'm gonna put these resources into this one piece to try to get this these like 3 stats on this one basic stat. Okay, that is kind of what I saved these for, to try to just like, let me try to nail it. Let me see if I can get one that's at least representative, and then craft it. It's actually relatively cheap in terms of gold, whatever you want to call it. All right, now stamp conversion. This is also a source of frustration. I don't know how many I have, but we'll try to get some in there. Let's see. Cool. This was another thing where they're like, hey, give us 30, we give you 10. Isn't this a great way for you not to be frustrated? No, dog. This is another source of frustration. Another source of frustration because I am pretty damn sure that I'm not going to get what I need out of this. All right, so let's see. We're almost there. 30 pieces in, and I mean, 3 of these cost 1, so I always do 30, but do whatever makes you happy. Run this, craft. Let's see if we get any pieces that I can use. This is the piece that I actually need. Now, there's no way for you, again, there's no way for me to determine what this is going to be ahead of time. This is just a crapshoot. Ailment damage plus ailment damage, crit rate, and crit damage, please. And defense percentage, go away. Spirit. Now, another portion of this as well. I will look at spirit and I will hold and be like, is there any way that this can be good for another character? Like a old school SR character, an older SSR character. And there wasn't. But I will like examine, because I do like to hold things to the side to say like, okay, maybe in the future, maybe for one of those universal characters that are supposedly coming out, maybe in the future this can be useful and I can run it on somebody. However, what I'm getting is a bunch of basic stats that are flat. You hear the frustration already coming in my voice? You can hear it. I know you hear it. Flat, 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 crit rate. This would be a nice piece if it wasn't a trash piece. Yeah, that. Defense percentage, go away. Crit rate, crit damage, HP, ultimate charge rate, nope. Not one of the, only one of the 4 that I was looking for. And then this one, of course, nothing. So far, so good. I got nothing that I was looking for, right? Yay. Now, there's another system that they have in here that they say, saw it in the Discord, they gave this like QA thing, and I think this is what they were referring to when they were saying it, where you're going to be able to select the stats you want. Now, I would love for them to give us like some kind of event, which they did for this one, where you can fight, receive these premium stats, and then be able to build your own stamp, right? So this one I used already, and that you can see ailment, attack percent, crit damage, crit rate, ailment damage. That's the one that I built for Ichigo that was on his 3rd piece, right? Now for this one, what I want is, I want crit damage followed by crit rate. Confirm. I'm only gonna build one of these, although I probably should go ahead and get rid of these anyway, because I think it's gonna expire soon. But for this one, I cannot generate anything down here below. All right, this is the advanced. Premium is the only one where you get to select, okay? So now I'm still hoping beyond hope that I'll get it. I won't, of course, but I'm hoping. Attack percent, crit rate, HP, defense. Say it with me now. Frustrating. Okay, so that is where I would be able to build it. They say that this is going to be a system that's going to be put into this. This is going to be a system added soon. But it is what it is to this point. Basic stat. No, not you. We're going to come back up here. That, confirm, and crit damage. So that is the frustration that is set stamps. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Let's go ahead and run this a couple more times. But I will tell you this, just to be like completely frank. I mean, I have spent, I got this, don't ignore the intermediate. Still trash though. I have spent hours trying to go at One Piece. Yo, see how close that was, but not close at all? You see that? Okay. Woof. Woosa. Woosa. All right, 2 more. Let's see if I can end up this video on a happy note. Probably not. Crit damage, crit boo. Thank you guys for watching. How much you want to bet? No. See you guys next time. All right. So that is the frustration that is set stamps. Woot. Hey. No, Hakeem, this isn't for gamblers. These are for the type of gamblers who put their children's college tuition on a roulette table. That's what this is. That is what this is. This is feeding somebody's itch, and the reason why they're not going through a divorce right now is because they're deciding to gamble on this thing instead of in a casino. That's what this is. This might actually be saving people. This might be saving marriages. Really locked in. Thanks, lover. Hopefully it was helpful to you too. Let me know if you have any more questions. I can still tag on to it. I'm about to get off pretty soon, but let me know if you have any more questions. 87% crit rate, crit damage, 100%. That's really good, Striker. That's really, really good. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. You can improve it, but that would probably be. Put it this way: improving the set stamps is a energy cost versus sanity versus value proposition. Like at those stats, for example, 87% crit rate, 126% crit damage, and 147% ailment damage, you're gonna give yourself more gray hair than it's worth to get a slightly better stamp. You're good. You're good. Stay. So I agree with Hakeem on that 100%. I have another question. I have only been playing for a week or so, and I have not spent anything yet. I am not supposed to spend, but I don't even know what the most of the stuff is yet. I would say don't spend, don't worry about it. The only thing that would... Oh, by the way, I think if you look in my description, there's a link to a beginner's guide. I did a full-on hour and a half beginner's guide with timestamps and everything in it, so that you can just go to the section you want to go to and see the questions that you want. So as I get off, tap on that, see if there's anything in there useful for you. I also do, I think in that video, I also do I have this thing called red light, green light, yellow light, green light, meaning don't spend money on this game. Don't. But if you do, if you're hey, this is my entertainment for the month, I'll spend $10 on this game because I don't go out or I don't want to do this, or this month I'm just going to be in the house, then the only thing that's worth it really is the battle pass. That's about it. Everything else for players who are low spenders or minimum spenders, it just says hey, red light, this is a go, yellow light, not, green light, no, red light, no go, yellow light, caution, green light, go. But that system I also use for when you're spending your resources. So when you have the regular old resources that you get from being in here with the special offers, these are actually resources that you get from pulls. And yeah, people spend more money, get more pulls, but however, you can still get this without spending money. Ticket stubs as well. So I go down the list of what things you should buy with your resources as well. Cash be damned. With your resources, what you should buy with your, what are these called again? Your Koban, for example. So I do go into that for you about where you should spend it, where you should spend your, I guess, guild contribution tokens. But I go into that and say red light, yellow light, green light of the things that you should go. So check that out if you want to. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, the battle pass, okay. I started playing the moment the game was released and stopped for a while. It's still fun. I still find it fun, but I can understand stepping away from it for a little bit. The auto on the adventure lineup and a lot of the other stuff makes the grind still sucks, but not nearly as grueling. Not nearly as grueling as some other games I can name right now. If you don't want to take the whale route, this should be the only thing you consider buying. For facts. The game isn't available in your country, Striker. Where are you? It should be. Show. This is such a trek. Oh my gosh, what a grueling task. Bruh. And that's just watching me show you. That is. And I was thinking of this very specific stamp for True Shikai. I was just grinding, and I was maybe I don't even like phones anymore. I was so sick of it. Yeah, it was really good. Thanks. No more questions. Okay, cool. Oh, do you upgrade core stamps, or is it always that fixed stat? No, you do. I forgot to mention that Bleach mirrors high. When your characters are on a 6-hour cooldown, you can remove the cooldown by using the gacha currency. Haha. I wonder how that. Look. When it comes to the core stamps, you can upgrade them two different ways. You can upgrade them by like leveling them up. Wait, no. Yeah. You upgrade them by leveling them up. I wish I had one that level up for you, but this way, enhancing with certain materials, you can upgrade them this way, and you can also ascend them up to 5-star. Which the only way you can do that level 5 ascension, not 5-star, but level 5 ascension. The only way you can do that is pulling dupes of the core stamp. So you can do dupes of the core stamp that'll give you like the ascension level, and then on top of it, there's that enhance that levels it up like you level up your weapons, like you level up the set stamps. So hopefully that helps. Isn't Bandai just genius? I mean, they try to be. In China, they spend millions, and people actually pay people in their guild when it comes to. Oh no, not just in China. They do that. They do that in the U.S. too. They have people. I had people. For another game that I was playing that were like offering me money to like build up their accounts, and I was like, that is crazy. I wish that could be my life, but you're not offering me enough money to do it. But in any case, I am going to call it a stream. How do you pull dupes of core stamps? You go to the stamp corridor. So when I come here, and the thing is, you got on just too late. Just too late, because I just ran this not too long ago. When you come here, you run this, and you'll pull your first core stamp. I'm looking for Kenpachi right now. You will pull your first core stamp, right? And then run it again and again and again. And once you get that, you'll get another one, hopefully. And then you use that to ascend it. Additionally, the secondary way to do that is, and this is something you don't even need to worry about, not even a little bit. Not now, but just for future reference, so that way when you come back, you can ask me, be like, wasn't that their other thing? Here, you can dismantle, I don't know if it's gonna let me even show it. No, it's not gonna let me show it. You can dismantle these core stamps. Don't do it. This is for you are 3 to 6 months in the future, and you're building up characters, and you just have a bunch of random core stamps that you're not going to use, right? You can dismantle those into these pieces, Radiant Stamp Nexus, and then 5 of these will allow you to upgrade a core stamp. But do not do that now. Do not do that now. That's a not now problem, okay? Just get as many core stamps as you can, get the ascension level up, and there you go. I don't play it on PC. I tried to use that Google Play emulator. That sucked. They have an LD player version of it where it's like you can download it directly from the website, but I play on my phone. So, and even when I want to play with controller, I just link my PlayStation controller up to my phone and then play it like that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to dip. I'm out of here. I will probably stream tomorrow as well. And then all of this is going to be in anticipation for what happens coming August 5th. I wonder if they're giving us the announcement yet. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. See you next time. Like and subscribe. Support the channel. Ciao.